Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another episode of Missouri. I gotta find a better way to say that. I guess that last time, but there's gotta be a better way. But I think it's because it's such a long state name. If it was Ontario, it'd be the same thing, I think. Anyways, we do have a couple things going on today. If you recall from the previous episode, we were cutting a little bit of grass here, and we did a few bales here, as you can see. Haven't finished baling yet, or cutting for that matter. However, we did get a Merlot this time, and we do have or should say we just have our forks on it, or our spears I should say, ready to go basically. So, unlock. There we go. So let's grab this bale here, and am I really not that close? Oh, I guess I'm not. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll start stacking the bales inside of our trailer, and hopefully I don't screw it up miserably or horribly, how do you want to say it. It's not the moralistic engine though, so it's not going to make a big difference. I know Randy is playing with the moralistic engine, R.D. Allen, and he's having an interesting time, or he's had an interesting time more than once with the engine. So let's move this out just a wee bit. There we go. Excellent. So we need to get these bales off here so we can give them to our horses that we have. Come on, just a little bit further. There we go. So we can give them to our horses here, which will be good because then we can get our horses producing whatever they produce. I think you just sell them to the whoops. I think you just sell the horses on this map to just sell them. I don't know if there's like a racetrack or something you sell them at, or if you sell them for meat. I'm not sure the whole reason behind them. It could just be to, it could just be to produce slurry for all I know. So that could be the reason why. All right, let's see if I can do this. Nope. Oh, I guess I am that close. Doesn't look like I'm that close, but I guess I am. All right, there we go. Let me go a little bit further. There we go. That should do, or not. For some reason I can't get it just right, just so it goes just past the bottom part there. And of course now it's rolling. Oh well. We'll deal with it. We should be, hopefully we'll be able to get 10 bales on there. We'll see how it goes. I don't think I've ever, every trailer has a slightly different way of loading the bales. Like this one, I think you're supposed to load them just the way I am there. But I know there are some of the smaller 4-foot bale trailers have some really nice ways of setting them up there, and they just kind of fall into place. This one, it's more about just kind of getting them on here. Well, for me at least. But, you know, everyone's got a different style, I suppose. I know Northern Warrior, as I've mentioned probably more than once. Is that really not that far? He has a particular style that he loads the bales with. Oh, there we go. That was like the first really good one. And I know Randy has a particular style too. Apparently it's a lot easier with the moralistic mod, and I'm inclined to agree with him just based on the way it seems, or the way it seems with his game at least. So, all right, let's get this bale here. It's funny because like the physics of the bale themselves, it's kind of funny because a lot of the implements can actually just go straight through the actual bale itself. So trying to like find out when you've actually hit the bale or you're in the area of the bale is kind of difficult sometimes. So, all right, let's get in here. Is that going to be good? Perfect. Or no. Although one thing I have to give to this particular, oh, that doesn't look too bad. One thing I have to give to this Merlot is like maneuvering with these bales on here is really, really easy in comparison to other vehicles. Like doing this with a front loader tractor, well, for me, I'd find it a lot more difficult. But this makes being able to see what I mean about going through the implements sometimes. Being able to adjust things makes things a lot easier. Alright, well, we can do it that way too. But yeah, hopefully, being the keyword, of course, that in 2015, the bale physics are going to be better. Ugh. Doesn't like it where it is. There we go. Hopefully the bale physics will be better in 2015, but we'll see how it goes, because it's always different. It's always I don't know. It's kind of like a toss-up right now, because what I've seen of 2015. Oh, leave it. What I've seen of 2015 so far has been. It's been all right. It hasn't blown my mind or anything, which I didn't really expect. Which is fine. All right. Well, roll down there, I guess. Which is fine, I guess. Perfect. Because I really didn't expect to be blown away by anything specifically. And the thing you need to kind of consider about 2015 is not necessarily what Giant comes out with. What you really need to consider is what the modders will be capable of doing. Because if you watch TCGG Rob's video not too long ago, he really talked about how the mods really make this game, and it's true. They definitely do make this game. So. And when you consider that, you need to consider not just the base game that's coming with Farming Simulator 2015. You need to consider the mods, or the mods that are going to be capable of being used on 2015. That's what you really need to consider, because like how often do we play with vanilla stuff, or the normal stuff? There are some times when it's necessary. For example, with soil mods, sometimes it becomes a bit more necessary in order to facilitate certain things that you need to do with the soil mod, but in general, it's not necessary in a lot of cases. Am I going to be able to get in here and bump these two? Oh my goodness. It's funny, when I did this in real life a while back, I was pretty bad. I wouldn't say... I wasn't bad, and I wasn't good, let's say that. Because I had never done it before. Was that really? Yes, it's really that, like that. I had never really done it before, so it takes a little bit of practice, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oops. You have a couple £1,000-pound bale there, Ian. You shouldn't whip around like that. But yeah, it's actually... If you've never done it, it can be a little difficult. I hadn't done it before, so it is a little bit more difficult for me, in real life at least. It's funny when you watch some people who've been doing it for years. I'm just going to change this to that. For some people who've been doing it for years, make it look really easy. Alright, I guess that's not going to go there. What about if I do this? This is the joy of stacking bales, of course, though. If I move it just a little bit like that, am I going to be able to get this in here? I bet because they're not 4-foot bales. Oh well. We'll leave it like that for the time being. But anyways, perhaps it's because they're not 4-foot bales, I don't know. It's probably partially that and partially the fact that I'm pretty terrible at... oops. Let's bring it closer to us. Probably, whew, jeez, it's like it's still the morning or something. Probably due to the fact that I don't do this very often as well. Really, is that touching the other one now? Well, these bales might be a bit on the large side for this. Just a bit. We'll see. Anyways, so that's something to consider at least. I don't know what my main point was. The main point was, people who have done this for a long time make it look easy. When you haven't done it for a long time, it's difficult. Just like, people, for example, who grew up with computers, the internet, and YouTube and all that jazz, it's really easy for you to, like, the first thing that comes to mind is when you look something up, you're like, okay, I'll just go to YouTube or I'll go to Google or whatnot and just search for something. Whereas, back in the day, it used to be stuff like, hey, let's go to the library and look it up, or let's go to an encyclopedia and look it up. Which is, different. Not something I would do these days, unless there are some situations where going to like a library or going to an encyclopedia are actually really not insane, normal steps, I should say, because it is meant more for situations where you need to do that. So like, let me think of a situation. Peer-reviewed journals, for example. Like if you're a academic, oh, I gotta be careful. If you're like an academic and a lot of what you do relates to, there's a fence right there. A lot of what you do relates to, you know, the academic world and whatnot. So a lot of times, those types of things aren't. Oh goodness! A lot of times, I'm gonna have to do it like this because I'm not gonna be able to do it otherwise. A lot of times, those types of things are. Is it gonna sit there? Apparently, it is. A lot of times, those types of things are. You only find the information you want or need on in a journal, which is like in a paper form, for example. Another good example that comes to mind is I read a newspaper called the Farmers Forum, which is newspaper for Eastern Ontario, so like Ottawa area, Cornwall, Vars, those types of areas, Arnprior, Eastern Ontario. Anyways, that paper, as far as I know, is not available online at all. You can only get it in paper form, which seems to me like it's, you know, kind of like, okay, that's a bit old school. It would make more sense if it was available online so you could access it, but a lot of people who read that type of newspaper aren't necessarily people who are going to go online all the time, because they are going to be, let's say, older people perhaps. Let's move this tractor here. Let's see if we can do this without, let's just raise that, and alright, now unlock load. Oh, those are locked? I bet they're not. Alright, so they're locked now, so let's just drive slowly away and see what happens. That's not too bad actually, they're staying there. This trailer definitely isn't meant for these big bales, I don't think, though. But we should be able to get 2, 4, 6, 8 or 10, somewhere in that area. Let's see what happens when they go a bit faster. Yeah, they're sticking on there. That's not too bad at all. Hey, I'm pretty pleased about that then. I don't think there's any type of cables or anything that goes over or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. Okay, I can live with this trailer. I just need to work those first 2 bales, move them into a slightly better position. So what we should do is, let's move this up here and give ourselves lots of space. I know technically you probably wouldn't drive over all the hay, but let's just straighten it out to make our lives a bit easier. Nice. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, let's get back at our Merlot. Okay, like I said, maybe you wouldn't, maybe this is something you wouldn't see a lot in North America, but for a task like this, this is a perfect task for it because you do have, oops, a lot of maneuverability, which is awesome. Can I move that bale still? No. Alright, so let's unlock. It makes me nervous now because it's like unlocked, and then it's like, let's see what carnage we can become of this. All right, let's slide the bale across a little bit. Oh goodness, jeez. You can still go a little bit further, a little bit further. Careful. Nice. Look at that. Hey, I think I'm getting the hang of this a little bit. Watch the bales explode now and be like, boof. Nope, don't got the hang of it yet, Iain. Anyways, that's what I think's going to happen. Let's see here. Let's see if we can't, let's do... This bale's not straight, and that's going to make my life a little bit more annoying. Alright, let's line it up here. I almost feel like I need goalposts or something like that just to identify where the middle of this thing is. I guess the middle is where this windshield comes in, I suppose. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. Just this corner right here on the right hand side. Alright, there we go. That should lock it in place. You'd never be able to pick up a bale like that, but they wouldn't tip over like that either. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. So let's tip it back like so, lower it down. Let's just tighten that bale up a little bit. And is it behind that little red thing? Yes. Alright, now release it. And it's gonna roll, of course. Alright, let's pick up those. I think we have like 2 or 3 bales left. 1, 2. At least 2. So let's pick up these ones here. And then hopefully we'll be able to give them to our horses. Or hopefully that is the place where we are supposed to give them. I'm not 100%. I noticed Randy, he's also playing this map at the same time as me. Actually, technically, I'm playing after him. He already started playing on this map. And the funniest thing about that is the fact that it's actually his new season as well. He started playing on Missouri very recently, so it's just funny that we both should be playing on the same map. But as I mentioned to you guys before, this is the map you guys wanted to see me play on, so here we are. Oh goodness, I don't like where this is going. I wonder if it was going to stay there once I move around. Alright, I bet we have 2 bales left. I think we got, yeah, there's one down there. So let's grab that far one first. Maybe there's one more after that somewhere in the distance. That one can just, yeah, of course. No, there's 2 more there. We're not going to, I don't know if we're going to be able to get them all on here. Only because I don't think that trailer was really meant for this size of bale. It doesn't seem like it, at least. It is working, mind you. It might be made for the in-game baler, which I wouldn't be surprised about. Oh. Really? That's not locking at all? Oh. Yeah, it looks like it's close enough, but it never really is. There we go. Alright, so let's see if we can't get 2 more bales in here. I don't know if you can... I'm not sure if we're going to be able to stack bales on top, too. Safely, I suppose. We'll see how that works out. But those bales are dancing around now a little bit. They were fine before. Oh, goodness. Alright, so let's just put this bale right here. What we'll do is we'll just extend the arm out a little bit. And we'll do it that way. That's the nice thing about these telehandles. Oh my goodness. I don't know where that is. You can just do what I just did there and just extend it right across the whole wagon if you need to. Ooh. Unlock. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Alright, so let's put that this last bale on again and then go away. I don't know what is out there beeping, but it's kind of funny because I'm backing up and I can hear... Really? I can hear the this tractor making the backing up sound, and I can also hear the tractor or whatever it is outside. I think it's just a truck backing up. Maybe someone ordered something. Really? Why are those bales doing that? Come on now. There. We're just going to take them like this, apparently. They lock down well, but they're like jiggling about. This is why I don't do this, by the way. But that's probably the reason why some people would say you should play the more realistic engine, because of the situations like this. I don't know what would happen if I folded the little sides in there, because you can do that. I was hoping that they would stay all nice and pretty like, but as you can see, they definitely did not like staying there, so maybe we'll have to invest in a different style of trailer, because as you can see, the width of this one just is a little bit too narrow. This is probably meant more so for European style map with small European style bales, I guess. That's my guess, at least. Anyhow. Alright, let's take this back to the horse farm, and that also means we'll need to get something like a TMR mixer or something. So we can actually make TMR for our horses. Actually, there is a TMR mixer at the main farm, now that I think about it. And what I could do instead is I could just truck back and forth with TMR, which might be a bit easier than... Yeah, let's do that. And I only say that because there's a mixer there, and then I can just put these straight into the mixer and not have to worry about anything else. The other reason why I'm thinking that is because the horse farm has like no space at all to store anything. So let's take a little bit of a UE here. There we go. So what I'll do is I will take this back to the main farm, and then I'll unload it with the Merlot. I guess I'll put it straight into the mixer. I guess we could do that. Actually, we could wrap it too. That's what I was going to do. Jeez. Totally forgot. Well, the wrapper's up there anyways, so we can put some of this in the mixer already as wet hay, and then we can put some into silage as well. And we can do that. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. And I can't remember whether or not the Dutes Agrifire one that we picked up actually does change it into silage. I think it does. I just can't remember. And I think we're going to change out this trailer for something just a bit bigger, because these bales are just... If they stay where they're supposed to, it's fine, but as you saw, they definitely don't, so... I should probably do this. There we go. That's better. So, I'll have to get that done. Actually, it's funny, Randy, on this map is using it's just a ridiculously big forage wagon. It's got like, not tethers, but it's got like windrows on the side of the wagon just to pull all the hay close in the forage wagon. It's kind of funny to look at. I don't know if it's real or not. I kind of assuming it's not, but I wouldn't be that surprised by a farmer creating something like that. But on the same hand, it seems a bit silly to have something like that. I don't know. In real life, I don't know. In the game, it makes perfect sense because in the game you're here to have fun, right? So, anyways, these bales did not. Well, they stayed on. The locking script is really nice, but I think, like I said, it is meant for smaller bales. So, and I did see a mixing station. It was over by the dairy cows, if memory serves. I don't know why this is bouncing like that. It's strange. Alright, now where was it? It was over here somewhere. We'll find it. We will find it. Shouldn't be that hard to find, in all honesty. I don't want to take it to the bale shredder because we actually need them. What is that? Fuel? Yes, that is fuel. Okay, shed. I did see it. Another shed. Oh, there it is, right there. It's like off in the distance. So what I will do is, I guess we'll just go around here and do a little bit of a UE. For those people who know what I'm talking about when I say UE. Alright, so we'll do this. Yes, I know that's where the wool goes. Alright. We'll stop there. And... no, I want to turn it off. Alright, perfect. Might as well take this bale back with us. We'll take it back to the farm, and we'll put some of these in the mixer. And then we'll go from there, basically. I'll have to do some more mowing off camera. But I think for now we're going to be okay in terms of bales, for a while at least. Just because we don't really need that many, I guess. Although we do have 100 horses. Although, I was looking through the statistics, and apparently we have... where is it here? There's more than one horse farm on this map. Horse 1, Horse 2, Horse 1 and Horse 2. I don't know where they are. And it says we have 50 horses at each. So I guess because I bought 101 horses, they split them between the two. I have no idea where they are, though. I know where the one is. I guess they're both right there, then. That's right. I guess they're both right beside each other. Never mind. Crisis averted. But this will make it so we have to truck the total mixed rations down there. But I think that's a better option than trying to fumble around that small yard over there, because it is pretty small, and I don't think this is very realistic. But sometimes it happens. Actually, I know people who deliver bales of hay and straw like this. Of course, you'd have to charge extra for that, but oops, that was my turn. I know some people charge extra for it, but it is something that some people do. Usually smaller type farms, I guess, maybe. Because if you were to do this often, it would be a waste of fuel. But if it's relatively close to your farm, maybe it would be okay. I don't know. It just seems a bit funny. Just because it's not something that makes a lot of sense. Not a lot of sense in terms of why would I deliver hay like this? Because you can only deliver one bale with this item, but you could deliver 2 if you had something on the 3-point. Well, no, it's just a really big seat in this, so you can't really see the 3-point at all. So that's that. Anyhow, let me go through a couple comments as we're just trucking back here to the other farm, or the farm, I should say. Let's take a look at episode number 1. Where is it here? So episode number 1 technically was the, I guess we can call it a pilot episode, maybe. The one where you kind of voted on things. Some people had some comments in relation to that. Some people having some problems with downloading this map. Arnie, he says he had a couple problems. Optimus Prime Riley, he really wants the Missouri map. A lot of people are saying Missouri map. A couple people saying, actually, one person, Chris, he said this map sucks, which is kind of interesting. I wonder why he said that. I would be curious to hear more about that, as to what his opinion is. I'm always open to listening to people and hearing what they say. Oh, those are the silage right there. That's kind of interesting. Open to hearing what people have to say about that, or reasons why. Some people are saying stuff like South Dakota for the win. As you know, South Dakota did not win, unfortunately. Maybe next time, though. It's a possibility, although next time will probably be Farm Sim 2015, I imagine. Alright, middle one here. Let's put that in there. Excellent. So we still need some straw. Let me leave this here, and that's a really interesting chicken sound. Can you hear like the little... It sounds like you're trying to get a dog or a horse close to you or something like that. It sounds like a sort of sound. It's kind of interesting. Dealer. You want to go to the dealer, yeah. To the shop. And they'll pick up the wrapper because that's where we left it. Right there. And then we'll go... I don't know what that is. There's lots of things on this map. I'm not sure exactly what they do. Like that? What's that for? Is that another point where you can... Whoops. Is that another point where you can drop off something? I guess it's supposed to be lime and seeds, maybe? Or maybe that's a... I don't know. I don't know. That's a grain dryer, I know that much. Actually, this year is kind of an interesting year for corn because there's such a tank on the corn price that a lot of people are either going to hold on to their corn or they are going to do some contracting. Although I was reading some information about that, and some people are saying stuff like, you know, you should contract some of your corn no matter what, or else you're going to be holding on to it for a long time and it's not going to be worth your money, basically. There we go. Let's grab the wrapper. So this is, I've used this once before. I know Bill Max. I forget what the rest of his name is. Bill Max something something something. I know he did a little testing with this, and he didn't have very much luck with it. So we'll see how this works for us. Hopefully it'll work out well, but I don't know for sure. So it is kind of a cool little piece of machinery, though, the way it's supposed to work. So what we'll do is we'll grab. I'll show it to you once, and we'll see how it works, because it is kind of interesting. All right, so let's drive around here. I should have driven the other way, actually. Oh, they all came off as soon as I took that. Well, that's one way to get them off, I suppose. Let's just do this. And let's hop back into this guy here and pick up one of these bales here. And let me just show you how it's supposed to work. Alright, so let's grab this guy here. or don't grab them. There we go. Alright, so let's just leave it like this, I guess would be good. And I'll show you the way it's supposed to work. Alright. So, I believe X is unfold, yes, as it usually is. So X unfolds this little guy here. So let's see if we can't get this lined up right. Alright, and I know that you can do that as well. There we go. So you can kind of get it to swing out right there. This mod was actually released a while ago. Let's give ourselves lots of visibility. I guess the idea is you'd line them up and then you wouldn't have to do much of this fiddling about. I think that's going to be okay. No. I thought it would be fine, but I guess it's not. Oh goodness. And I think with this one particularly, you really have to line it up, I remember. Or I seem to recall at least. Only because if you don't, you'll start flying all over the map basically. Alright, so there we go. That's kind of lined up there. Or at least I thought it was lined up. Oosh. Alright, take 2, take 3. I don't know if I can pull it over to the side anymore. Actually, I could just do... There. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way. Alright, so let's just see if we got it lined up there. That looks good. So what we need to do is load a round bale. Okay, N. So I don't know if you guys can see that. Here, I'll back up here. So as you can see, it's bringing the bale up. And I don't know what the wrap button is. What is it? Unload, load. I don't know what it's supposed to be now. Unfold. Is it B? I don't know what's supposed to happen at this point. Maybe I need it. Nope. M, unload. We don't need to unload the bale. We need to start wrapping the bale. Oh, that's kind of... oh, there it is. X. Why did it start wrapping the bale when I pressed X? That makes no sense at all. Oh well. Anyways, that's the way it works. I think I can get out of here and then watch it work. It's actually a really cool looking model. The only problem I discovered is it's a little glitchy at times, which is a bit unfortunate. So, oh, I got that last little bit there. So it's actually it's a nicer model than the. There it goes. And then you drive forward, and it's right there. And then the idea is you're supposed to pick up the next one, I guess. Alright, so I believe this is silage now. So let's go ahead and get lined up here. Alright, here we go. Let's grab this guy right here. I know you wouldn't normally use spikes on a silage bale, but in this case, doesn't really make a difference. And technically, if I were to be serious, I'd be like whoosh, whoosh, taking off the plastic and all that too. I know actually Grant from Scottish Gaming Guys does that sometimes. I don't know if he does anymore, but he used to do that and like kind of pretend in the realism's sake and like, oh, let's cut the plastic off it. He'd come out and kind of cut it, and then he would put it into the mixer, which is kind of cool. Yes, it is silage. Alright, now how much silage does that give us? Let's see. So it's the appropriate amount, so it gives us 3,200 liters of silage. So there you go. We have a little bit of silage now. Now we need some straw. So let's turn this guy off. We need a little bit of straw. I don't think we actually have any fields that are planted at the moment. Let's just take a quick peek. No. Nothing that's nothing that isn't just grass. Guess we need to plant some fields. Alright, so that's it for today, folks. We'll probably do it probably what we'll do next episode is finish wrapping some of these bales. We'll probably not stack them that nicely, but we'll probably keep them around here somewhere then go from there. Anyways, folks, my name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from Missouri. Alright, catch you guys later.